How's it going, guys? Today we're gonna continue on our tier list series. So we're gonna do Charizard and Evolution of God today. So just on a recap of what I think we have: not Lost Longness, the best, Dark Decipher, Acid Anubis, lots of guys at A tier and B tier. And C tier only Besmont, Wyvern, and Ragnarok and D tier. E tier will be Ragnarok and Horror Suit, and then F tier will be Kirby's, because I wanted to space them out a little bit more, so I decided to do that. Don't worry about that thing in the left corner, just like that. Alright, we have Twin Nemesis to start off with. Now, Twin Nemesis, where do I put this? Leia. Very good Leia. It has two modes. It has a Smash mode. It has a Colossus mode actually, and it has an upper mode. So the upper mode gets upper attacks. So it knocks the Beyblade into the floor, and then it's supposed to make the Beyblade hit the stadium and then burst it. And then the Colossus mode, it's meant to smash the Beyblade with more power. So good Leia. And then the I'm gonna do the actual combo in the anime, which is 6, I think it was. No, it's not 6. I think it was 2. The 2 disc. Pretty round, but not round, but it's okay, the disc. And then the Jaggy driver. Pretty aggressive driver, but not too bad. It's good for changing directions. In the Core Drive Stadium, if it hits one of those things, it can really speed up and then hit that divider, and then it can really speed up. So very decent Beyblade. I'm gonna put it in B tier, but at the top of B tier, just because it's a god Beyblade. Next we have not so good of a Beyblade. We have Blast Genius. Alright, now Blast Genius, still Leia. The gimmick is that it has a wall that can go up, and then when the Beyblade gets into it, it can go down and then crush on the Beyblade. But that doesn't really happen in real life. It just stays up there and makes it more easy to burst. And along with the teeth, that isn't that good. The light isn't that good. Now the disc, I forgot what the disc was. I think it was 5. 5, not a bad disc, a pretty good defense type disc. And then the frame, which is, I forgot, I think it was Reach. It's not going to be Reach, but the frame is decent, but not decent. And then the guard driver. The guard driver in Hasbro, it's really good, but in Takara Tomy, it kind of holds the Beyblade back with stamina. So not too good of a Beyblade. I'm going to put it in C tier. Top of C tier. Alright, next Beyblade we have a Mitra Beyblade, that Genius. We have Beaker Culkin. Very aggressive Beyblade. Very good. Its gimmick is when it gets halfway down to the click, it gets that little, what do you call it, that bowl, that I'm just gonna call it the red thing. That little red thing comes out, and it's supposed to give the Beyblade more power, but all it does is just gives it more easy to get. It just makes it more round and hits a bit harder. And then the frame, which is actually a decent frame, but it's a bit low to the ground, but it's an okay frame. And then the driver Hunt, it's very aggressive, and with a Beyblade like Beaker Culkin, which is already really good, it's just a decent Beyblade. Okay, A tier it goes. Next we have probably one of the best Ragnaroks ever released. We have Blaze Ragnarok. The reason is because it actually has good teeth. Now, the reason why I think it's very, very good actually. Alright, so the Leia is very good. Very round, and then those plastic things don't really do anything, but it actually kind of makes the Beyblade much cooler in the anime with Rocktavor Zone, but in real life all it does is that makes it more defensive. And then the next we have the disc 4. It's not too good of a disc, and then the frame, I forgot what it's called, but it's an okay frame, and then the driver, which is probably one of the best stamina type drivers. It's released on Maximum Gruder, which had insane stamina. So overall, very good Beyblade. I think I'm gonna put it in A tier, but behind Beaker Culkin. Oh no, what happened here? A tier. There. Okay, next we have probably one of the best stamina type Beyblades ever. The best for stamina. We have Deep Chaos. Deep Chaos, the layer. It has a really cool gimmick. It's like Drain Fafnir. It spin steals, but not the way you spin steal it. You think it would like actually take the spin. All it does is it has such good defense, but the burst resistance is just so bad. I don't think I can put it in 8 here. And then the bearing driver, it has probably the best stamina in the game. Except for maybe Archer Hercules. Sorry about that, I burped. So just because of the burst resistance, I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. What? And then, is it better than Nemesis? That's a hard choice. Oh, I think it's not. Alright, next we have an actual very good Beyblade. We have Drain Fafnir. Now, Drain Fafnir, the layer, very round and probably one of the best spin stealing layers in the game. Now, the 8 disc isn't that good, and then the Nothing driver makes it go a little bit faster around the stadium. But we're talking about how it performs here. We're not talking about how good it is. We are talking about how good it is. We're not talking about like how good the parts are. We're just talking about it as a whole. So I think this has to go in SS tier. Alright, next we have God Valkyrie. Now I'm gonna change this to Strike God Valkyrie just because. So Strike God Valkyrie. The burst resistance isn't that good, but without the spring attack, it does get a little bit more burst resistance. The 6 disc is an okay disc, and then the alternate driver is so cool, but overall not a very good Beyblade. So I'm gonna put it B tier, behind Chaos. Sorry. Now we have Killer Death Cypher. Now Killer Death Cypher, pretty disappointing just because. Oh no! Wait, what happened? Guys, something happened. Okay, let me just move that. Something happened, guys. Don't worry. This one will be SS, and then this one will be the best. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to use this website. Oh, what? I just turned the iPad off. Alright. Alright, guys, don't look at the password. Right there. Alright, now that'll be the best. Alright, now next, so we had Killer Death Cypher. Now a bit disappointing because the gimmick is just a plastic thing that moves. It would have been way better if it was spring loaded, and then the Hunt driver is an okay driver. It was good on Beaker Culkin, but on Death Cypher it's not that good with the layers. So I think it has to go as low as D tier. Alright, next we have an actual good Beyblade. We have Christ Satan. Now, Christ Satan is a very good Beyblade. I'll just tell you why. 1, the rollers don't do anything, but they actually have really good defense when you actually do them. And then the driver is good for stamina and defense, because whenever you get hit over, you just hit the wheels and then it goes back on balance and then like nothing happened. So very good Beyblade. I think I'm gonna have to put it in S tier. Now we have Legend Spriggan. Now Legend Spriggan, dual rotation, which is really good for if you don't have much life after death. The 7 disc, it's a very good disc. It's not like as good as like Zero and all of that, but it's a good disc. And then the driver merge gives a decent attack power, but also pretty good balance. But the burst resistance isn't that good. But I'm gonna have to put in B tier, top of B tier. Next we have a monster. We have Nightmare Longinus. Nightmare Longinus. The layer, very good layer. It actually is fused with the disc, and it's still the first Beyblade ever to be fused. The layer to be fused with the disc, and it has so much metal on it, and it hits like a tank. And then the Destroy Driver. The Destroy Driver is probably one of the best attack type drivers ever released. So, along with that, that is it. That you might think, geez, this is overpowered. But the thing is, with Nightmare Longinus, it bursts more against right spin Beyblades because you can't hit it from underneath. You just hit it from the top, and then it bursts. So the burst resistance isn't that good, but I mean, come on, it's ridiculously good. So, SST above Drain Fafnir. Who can argue with that? Nightmare Longinus is a decent Beyblade. Alright. Next, we have overpowered Beyblade. We have Spriggan Requiem. Spriggan Requiem. First thing, dual spin with rubber, so it can actually spin steel from both. The Zero disc, heaviest disc at that time. And then the Zeta Driver, very versatile, so it has an advantage against any type of Beyblade. So this is just a broken Beyblade, so straight into the best. Alright, next we have Shelter Regulus. Now, Shelter Regulus, the gimmick is really cool for me. So it's where like the cords go out, and then in battle it goes back in, and then it increases height to like knock the Beyblade down like Twin Nemesis. But it doesn't really do that well in battle. The burst resistance isn't that good. So with that, I think I'm going to have to put in C tier. Is it better than Blast Genius? Both of the big fives. Oh, this is close. Would it be? No, I don't think it is. Right, next we have next to good Beyblade, we have Siege Excalibur. Now, Siege Excalibur is a very good Beyblade. With all the recent Excaliburs being very OP, this one is as well. So, first of all, the layer. The sword again makes it much more better. And then the disc, which is one dash or one, it aligns with the layer. It's just like Xeno Excalibur, but much more powerful because the sword is metal. And then the driver is, I forgot what it's called, but it's a decent driver. It wobbles a bit, but that might make it better. So A tier it goes. Is it better than Beaker Culkin? Yeah, I think it is. Alright, next Beyblade we have another very OP Beyblade. We have Tornado Wyvern. Tornado Wyvern, the layer, free spinning layer, which is like OP. Like nothing can touch it. It's like Dread Bahamut in real life that was in the anime. It's literally, you can absorb any attack from any direction. And the full disc, like I talked about on Blaze Ragnarok, not a bad disc. And then the frame is the same on what was it? The same Beyblade. I think it was still the same on Blaze Ragnarok. So decent disc and frame. And then probably the best driver ever released, Atomic. Now, they still haven't released an Atomic Dash on any Beyblade, so that's kind of disappointing. But Tornado Wyvern is just so OP. I think it might even... Oh, why did I put Buster Excalibur there? Hold up. Alright, so Tornado Wyvern, very OP Beyblade. SS tier top. Next, we have another very good Beyblade. We have Arc Bahamut. Now, Arc Bahamut in the anime was a very good Beyblade. When it had 3 clicks, it was literally, no one could touch it. Except for Shu and Volt and yeah. But this wasn't very good Beyblade in the anime. But sadly, in real life, it isn't that good. First of all, the atomic driver. Very good driver, but the burst resistance holds this Beyblade back like a monster. So C tier it goes. Oh no, something happened. Don't worry guys, I can fix this. Alright, I fixed it. So C tier it goes, I said. Alright. Is it better than Blast Genius? Yes, I think it is. Now, Alta Cronus, same thing with the burst resistance. Isn't that good? So, well, the driver's okay, but overall it isn't that good. So I'm going to put in C tier again. And now we have the Choizy Beyblades. When we're starting off with the very OP Beyblade, we have Revive Phoenix. Now, Revive Phoenix. The layer, the heaviest layer, one of the heaviest layers in Choizy. And it also has that armor gimmick, which is really cool and very good. The 10 disc weighs as much as the 0 disc. And then the driver friction, I'm not really happy with it because in the anime, it should touch with the rubber on it and then like speed up. But that doesn't really work in real life because it's just the layer is just so like the rubber is so much to the outside that it barely uses it. But overall, a very solid Beyblade, S tier. Next, we have a not very solid Beyblade. We have Spiral Traptine, or is it Spiral Traptine? I'm just gonna call it Spiral Traptine. No, it's Trident. Screw Trident, yeah. Screw Trident. I didn't really have much experience with it, but I think it would go in C tier. Just saying. Alright, now we have Vice Leopard. Now, Vice Leopard, the layer is very round, with good attacks with the jumping gimmick, but it doesn't throw it like in the anime. And then the 12 disc, lightest disc in the game, and then the frame lift, probably one of the heaviest frames, but it does scrape so much that it holds the Beyblade back. The Destroy driver, it doesn't get to make contact with the free spinning ring, so therefore it isn't that good of a Beyblade. I think I'm gonna put it in E tier, top of E tier. Now we have a better Beyblade. We have Winning Valkyrie. Now, Winning Valkyrie, layer is very good. The shape is really good for an attack type, and it has lots of metal. And then the disc 12 is the lightest disc ever released. And then we have the Volcanic driver, which is very aggressive. So overall, this Beyblade does lose stamina often, but if you like hit the Beyblade in the first 5 seconds of battle, you basically a 99% chance gonna win, unless if it's against like an OP Beyblade like Revive Phoenix. So I'm gonna put it in B tier, top of B tier, because it's a Choizy Beyblade. Actually, no, I don't think it'll go in the top, right there. Next we have Z Achilles. Now Z Achilles, I'm gonna add the Extend Plus chip on. So Z Achilles with the Extend Plus chip, very good with life after death, and it's good with attacks, and it has really good defense. So that is very like solid, like very solid. It could beat like it sometimes could beat like a good Beyblade. So it's actually very decent, but the disc does hold it back a bit. Now we have one of the best or the best Choizy Beyblade ever released. We have Archer Hercules. Now, Archer Hercules, there is one thing that it does in common that makes this Beyblade overpowered, and that is stamina. First of all, the layer makes the things over here go out, and then that makes it with more defense, but it does lose stamina. But then after, it goes back in, creating more stamina, and then the internal driver, which has stamina and life after death, and then the 13 disc, which gives it stamina. This Beyblade just has stamina. Was that a weird thing to say? Let's just move on. Put it in SS tier. This is hard to use on the computer. So this is not a computer, but on the iPad. Next, we have Dead Phoenix. Now, Dead Phoenix is basically the same as Revive Phoenix. So I'm going to do it with the same combo as Revive Phoenix because that's what it was in the anime. So it's just one tier above Revive Phoenix, which will be SS tier. So not much to talk about it. I'll just put an SS tier. Oh no, something happened again. Why does this keep happening? What do I do? Sorry guys, this keeps happening, I'm bad. I haven't used this website much. Alright guys, I think we fixed it. Alright, next Beyblade, we have Guys Fafnir. Now, Guys Fafnir, I think, in my personal opinion, it's a very good Beyblade. Now, most of you will think, no, Guys Fafnir isn't. But you might think it is because of the jagged shape. But in battle, the claws go back in and locks that mode if you launch it hard enough. And then makes it super round and super defensive. And then the Absorb Driver, when it goes around the side, it does decent attack. And then when it goes into center, it has like amazing stamina. So that's the thing. Oh no, this has happened again. Why my life is bad. So Guys Fafnir, I think it'll go in S tier. S tier. And then the proof frame is also really good. Sorry this video is longer than usual, so I'm just going to speed through it now. Longiness not very good, but decent layer and good attack power, C tier. Trozy Achilles, very good Beyblade. S tier it goes because of the good layer and driver. The Zeta Dash driver on Trozy Speed is really good for versatile, and then the layer has the burst uppers, so another S tier, but at the top of S tier. Now, Buster Excalibur, very okay Beyblade, definitely A tier because now Trozy Valkyrie, very good SS tier. Now Ragnarok, not too good, C tier. Hades, it's okay, but it's a very good Beyblade. So I'm going to put it A tier, like right there. Next, we have Emperor Fornus. It's an okay Beyblade, like good defense, good stamina, B tier. Now Hazard Corbius, it's not very good with burst resistance because, that guy who does it is not too good, but it has to go in B tier. No, C tier, sorry. Salamander, very OP Beyblade because of the drive and defense mode, it's really good. S tier. Now we have this left Astro. I don't know where it goes. I'm just going to put it B tier. Now, clearly F tier because of the driver. Now, the last trailer, I'm actually going to talk about this one because I need it in a rush. My parents told me I could only do it for 15 minutes and something like that. So I'm going to speed through it. And then N-Night, good driver, good layer, and just overall a solid Beyblade B tier. Sorry guys, I sped through that too fast, but still give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you later. Bye.